कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधो, कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधो, अरे कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधो, कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधो, साहब मिले सबूरी में, अरे साहब मिले सबूरी में, मन लागो यार फकीरी में, मन लागो.
What is the ultimate truth in your opinion?
If it is still my opinion, how can it be the truth? Do you see what you are trying to do? You have already qualified the answer, you have already limited the answer. You have said whatever you would say would be your opinion, so I would be free to reject it. I'll go back to your words. What do you think is the ultimate truth in your opinion?
Well, let's
So I say
scratch
something.
in your opinion.
Huh?
Let's just scratch in your opinion.
So
And just what is the ultimate?
we still have to slash something else that remains. What do you say is the ultimate truth? If I say, it would just be something that I say. And you'd still have a convenient option of rejecting it because it is just the word of another man. And one man has no obligation to accept the words of another man. The ultimate truth is not somebody's opinion. The ultimate truth does not vary from person to person, and hence the ultimate truth can be nothing that is open to variation. Now, can you tell me any particular word that expresses something that cannot change? Every word depends on its opposite to have a meaning. And hence the truth really is not a matter of expression through words. Whatever I will call as the truth, its opposite will be equally true. I say the truth is nameless. The truth can have an infinite number of names as well. I say the truth is formless. It can have an infinite number of forms. I say it can't be expressed. You can turn around and say nothing but the truth is being expressed. So then what really is the truth? That which relaxes you. That which is useful to you. That which relaxes you. That which calms you down. Calms you down not as a consolation, not as a relief, but as a deep peace. The truth is that which you can totally and unreasonably depend on, because it will never go away. It doesn't have an opposite. It has no option to change its state. It has no other face to show you. So it cannot deceive you. You can totally, unconditionally depend on it. Doesn't matter what the situation is, doesn't matter how broken you are. Still, you have not been let down by something. That something is the truth. If it changes, if it comes and goes with thoughts, if it requires your protection, if it is something that pertains only to one particular kind of mind, mood, state of consciousness, it cannot be the truth. If you have acquired it from somewhere, it cannot be the truth. If you have to think about it, it cannot be the truth. Truth is known only by its unreasonable impact upon the mind. An unreasonable peace it causes. Mind you, it's an unreasonable peace, and hence it cannot be pleasure or consolation. If you know why you are feeling good, then it is a peace that has a reason behind it. The moment the reason disappears, the peace too will disappear. And reasons come and go. This peace will have no stability and hence no value. This would be a very insecure peace. The truth is when, without cause, without purpose, without justification, you suddenly feel a pull towards relaxation. You suddenly feel an inner sense of wellness. The truth is when you are very, very sure, ultimately confident about something, and you don't even know what you are confident about. The truth is when you are happy for no reason. The truth is when you are sad for no reason. It is not as if no reason means subconscious reason. No reason means absolutely no reason. You do not know why you are feeling like crying. And tears are flooding down your cheeks. Here is truth for you. Truth is when you do not know why the night suddenly wakes you up and you have slept just for a couple of hours. You don't know, and the funny part is you don't even want to know. You are all right with whatever is happening to you. Truth is when you do not even know the name of the person in front of you, and yet you can have total trust in him. Truth is when you are prepared to lay down your life for a love that gives you nothing. Truth is when you are losing everything and just feeling bored. Not even feeling excited enough to save what is disappearing. You're just asking the situations to expedite the process. Can you take all this away a little faster, please? Truth is when you are being executed and you tell the executioner, hurry up, I need to go to sleep. Hurry up, I have dinner waiting for me. Now, how do you express this truth in words? You can keep singing of it all night, and yet you would be no closer to the truth than you were before the night began. Why? Because you were in the truth when the night began, and you are in the truth after having sung all night. The truth is not a conclusion. You cannot hear it and store it and retrieve it from memory. Truth is not an image. The truth is that which keeps calling you. The truth is that which doesn't let you sleep. The truth is that which will give you sleep. The truth is that at which all your desires are aimed. The truth is that which brings you here. The truth is that which takes you there. The truth is that which runs the whole show. The truth is that which is apparently nowhere in the show. Why do you think somebody is playing music there? What does he want? Why do you think somebody is partying downstairs? What do they want? Why do you think you are here? Why do you think this candle burns? Why do you think that puppy wags its tail? It's truth chasing truth. Truth singing for truth. Truth celebrating truth. Truth talking of truth. Truth listening to truth. Truth feeling restless. Truth in total rest. Why do you think this man is riding his bike? Where do you think he wants to reach? Do you think he wants to reach his hotel? Anybody who ever rode his bike rode so that he could reach the truth. It's just that he runs out of fuel. What is illusion? There is no illusion. Truth, searching for truth is called as illusion. If there is no illusion, how will truth search for truth? How will you search for yourself unless you pretend an illusion? Or will you say, I know myself and yet I am seeking myself? Have you seen kids blindfolding each other? and then looking out. That's illusion. Is anyone ever in illusion? Is anyone ever deluded?
When we are lost in pain and pleasure and all this suffering,
Whenever you are lost in suffering, what is it that you want? When you are suffering, what is it that you want?
Peace.
Peace. Now, where is illusion then? You already know that your nature is peace. Where is illusion?
Seeking.
And if you do not want peace, would you call suffering as suffering? You call suffering as suffering only because you very well know that you are not all right with suffering. Which means you already know all that is there to be known. You already know that peace is your highest value. You already know that unless you reach there, everything else is such a poor deal. Anybody who doesn't want to be loved? Anybody who doesn't want to love? Now, what do you not know? What is illusion? All right, you may make your love object centric, and then you may choose a totally unworthy object. But then soon you get fed up and search for another object, and then the next one, and then the next one. Is it not clear that you already know that nothing satisfies you except the ultimate? That nothing short of perfection would fulfill you? Where is illusion? In small matters, in things that are of no importance, we keep pretending that we have been fooled by situations. But in all that which is essential, we already know everything. So that which we call as illusion is not quite important. You're deceived by somebody and you cry, and then you say you are a victim of illusion. Had you really been a victim of illusion, why would you cry? In crying, you are proving that you do not like deception, and hence security is your nature. What do your tears indicate? That you know that security is your nature. And if you know that much, just rejoice. Where is the need to cry? You still remember your nature, right? You still know that deception is not the order of existence. I would accept that you are deluded, if you totally forget your nature of security, belongingness, surrender, delight, truth, if you forget all that, then I am prepared to accept that there really is illusion. But I have never met anybody who has ever, even for a second, forgotten all this. You know, you do not forget these things even in your sleep. Now, where is the question of illusion? Even in dreams, if something bad happens to you, you cry. Which means that you already know that bad things are not the nature of existence. Had you reconciled to the universe being hostile, you would have accepted all rubbish as your destiny. But nobody accepts rubbish as destiny, which means you know that your destiny is delight. Who is in illusion? We are absolutely free. It is a part of our absolute freedom to pretend that we are not free. Just call it a pretension, not an illusion. You can keep pretending. And you pretend only superficially. Deep within you know everything.
But still, I get a scenario. Let's say I'm worrying 24/7 about some worst case scenarios over and over again. I'm torturing myself with these thoughts, with these scenarios that in the end never happen. Isn't that kind of being victim to these illusions? Because it is not, it was not, and it will never be real. It will never actually happen. So is that not living an illusion?
Even in worrying, do you see what you are saying? What is a worrying mind saying? When you are worrying, what is the mind saying? The mind is saying it doesn't want bad things to happen. And what is the definition of bad? What is that?
Things that are not preferable or desired
Yes,
outcomes
but what is that?
from us.
Ultimately, what is it that the mind calls as really bad? Death. So, in worrying, the mind is saying, I do not want to be annihilated. Is there any objective reason the mind must dislike annihilation? Give me a reason why the mind dislikes death. And death, extermination, is the mind's biggest worry.
Because we generally identify with being the mind, therefore if the mind was to be annihilated, we think that we no longer exist.
But why? Why? The mind does not know that. The mind does not know any state after death. Why must the mind then dislike death?
We have responsibilities towards others as well.
Because you very well know that you cannot die. You know that you cannot die, and hence, when situations suggest to you that you might die, you dislike the idea. you very well know that your nature is immortality. And that is why the very thought of death appears so repugnant. Just as nobody likes being lied to. Met anybody who likes being told lies? Why? Because you very well know that truth is your nature. Have you never wondered about it? Why don't you like lies? The same reason for which you don't like death. Why don't you like being hated? Why don't you like being hated? Universally, across cultures, across ages, genders, why does nobody like being hated? Is there any objective reason? Oh, evolutionary theorists may come up and say, if you are being hated, then there is a greater chance that your physical self might be attacked and hence you may die and all that. But go deeper than that. Why does nobody like bondage? Even animals, plants do not relish bondage. Even the candle knows the answer. You see why it is burning like this. Wants to be liberated of the physical presence. The sharper the light, the quicker the freedom. Nobody wants to be contained because limitless is your nature. Even in worrying, you are just proving that you are in touch with your nature. Had you been totally out of touch with your nature, then somebody could have come and shot you and you have said, fine, all right. You say you are identified with the body and that's why you don't like death. Ever wondered why you are identified with anything? It's very easy to quickly say, as a matter of spiritual theory, that identification is a problem and this and that. But ever gone to the root of identification? Why does the ego identify with anything at all? Because submergence is your nature. The ego is searching for something absolutely big to identify with. And you don't get that. So you identify with miscellaneous things and numerous things. And you'll keep looking for that one real, immense thing to identify with. Till you don't get that, you won't rest. Why won't you rest? Because you already know that that thing exists and that it is possible for you to get that. Hence you won't rest. Had you been totally dejected, then you would have settled down. But nobody settles down. Ever seen anybody settle down? Ever seen anybody settle down even in his grave? People keep turning even in their graves. Nobody settles down. You don't settle down because you know that you must reach there. You already know. Don't call dissatisfaction a problem. Dissatisfaction is an indicator that you will not make do with the second best. Don't call your restlessness a disease. Your restlessness is an indicator that you will not compromise, that you are searching for the real one, Don't suppress your energy, your dissatisfaction, your inner rebellion. Under the weight of spirituality. You don't require spiritual practices. You require to live in the real. Only that is peace. If you are tense and you start chanting some mantra, or start using some other exotic technique, which may even be a drug, and you dumb the mind down, which you may call as a calming down, what good is it? Your restlessness was shrieking out to you. It was telling you that you are being called by the truth, that your nature beckons. Why must you silence that voice? Listen very carefully to all that which is unfulfilled within you. It will guide you. Do not dismiss it. Do not pretend as if you are contented. Contentment is not the thought of contentment. When you are contented, you do not even think that you are contented. You are just contented. Only a hungry man keeps crying, I am hungry, I am hungry. The man whose stomach is full. Have you seen him going door to door and saying, I am full? Knock, knock, I am full. The hungry man goes door to door and keeps exclaiming. When you are full, you are just full. Even the thought of the stomach and food doesn't come to you. Only disease, only unrest makes itself felt, and that is not bad news at all. That is not bad news because the disease is conceptual, imaginary. That which is imaginary, unreal, disappears when it is attended to. I once said that when the disease is imaginary, then the diagnosis is the cure. You don't need medicines, you just need diagnosis.